I will show you how to take one starting image and turn it into many different camera angles using AI tools like Nano Banana Pro. Then I show you how to take these images and turn them into AI videos. For that we will provide the first frame and the last frame for the maximum control. You will also get access to my AI prompt library with more than 45 camera angles and moves, plus ready prompts and example outputs, so you can plug them straight into your own content. And without further ado, let's get started. The first and most important step is to create a strong foundation image. The foundation image is not just a random first image. This one image will affect every image and every video you create later in this project. This is where we log in the main character. Everything else comes from this one starting point. So it defines the main character, the appearance and the identity. Also the style. It sets the visual mood and the atmosphere. So you really need to get this step right. To achieve that, you need first to know your vision. Ask yourself, what kind of scene or world do you want to create? For that, you can go on websites like Midjourney and click here Explore and check out what you like. If you found something nice, simply click on it and you will get here a prompt and even the starting image that you can simply download. For example, I might want a cowboy standing in a town from the 18th century, and that becomes my base scene. For example, for that I searched for an image like this one. For that particular example, I told ChatGPT to give me a prompt for a cowboy in the 18th century that looks impressive and has nice visuals. Then he gave me this prompt here, and I simply copy and paste it into Midjourney, and I received these visuals here. The problem is here is not enough atmosphere or scenery in the background. So I told him to adjust this prompt that the cowboy is fully seen and the whole vibe is seen in the image. Then he gave me this particular prompt. I simply copy and paste it here and received this outcome. But the problem was the face was not clearly seen and we need a clear face. Otherwise the rest of the project has always random characters. So I prompted ChatGPT to give me a close-up so the face is clearly visible. And then it came up with these images here. I like the style here and I also like that the face was clearly seen and the whole scenery and vibe was given in this particular image. And I changed the format to 16:9 so we get this cinematic look and I received this particular image. Then I downloaded this image and opened Higgsfield.ai and went under image to Nano Banana Pro. Here I drag and drop this image and also image of me. And I provided this simple prompt. And now we got this ridiculous results. But don't worry, you can simply fix it by adding this little sentence to your prompt. And click again generate. And look at this now. Good prompts help you to get the desired outcome. I mean, compare this with this. And the difference is a good versus a bad prompt. That's why a good prompt library becomes your secret weapon. Once you have your foundation image, we move to step number 2. This is where we create many versions of that image as a starting frame for our videos. But how do you actually do that? How do you go from one starting image to many different angles, while keeping the same character, the same scene, and the same mood and style? If those things change too much, it feels like we lost the original idea. This is how you end up with messy, cheap-looking visuals. And this is the part that confuses most people. This is why I created the camera prompt library that you can find in the description box below. It's a helper that shows you how to ask for different shots because most people have the same problem. They don't know how to express their ideas. They usually don't know the names of the shots that you can find here, and they don't know how to describe them properly in the prompt. That's why I provide here multiple example prompts. Now when you have a picture in your head, but you cannot explain it in simple English to the AI, you can simply go to this Google Sheets and find the shot that you like and then copy the prompt here, then go back to Higgsfield's AI and choose your Nano Banana Pro. Here you simply provide your foundation image and the prompt you just copied from the Google Sheets document and click generate. Then you get an image like this. And when you compare it here with the example, you see it's pretty similar. So you basically repeat the same process for different camera angles. So once you got them, we can move to step number 3. And by the way, make sure to stick until the end where I show you a bonus technique where you can change the orientation of any character you like. For step number 3, we go back to Higgsfield AI and select this time here video and then select Google View Free. Here we can provide a start frame and an end frame. In this case, we use this as a start frame and this as an end frame. Then we need to provide a prompt. For that, we open ChatGPT and provide both images. And now tell the AI something like, provide me a prompt for view 3 that describes me what happens between frame 1 and the last frame. Keep in mind that each clip is 8 seconds long. And then you send it off. Then you receive a prompt like this that you simply copy and paste here and then click generate. Alright, and then we get an outcome like this. By the way, don't worry about this interface. I'm used KaiAI to achieve this because Higgs field is being super slow and also has problems with this sensitive content things. I don't know, here was everything fine, but they still flagged it for some reason. That's why I recommend to use KaiAI API. We are using here basically the same Veo 3.1. And here I'm providing the first image, start image, and this prompt. And we use the prompt that we received from ChatGPT here. So in basically this way you can create now multiple clips. Once you got all your clips, you grab a video editor like Premiere Pro or CapCut. And here you can simply stitch together the different clips and also add trendy music, sound effects, text overlays, and so on. And this way you can get results like I showed you in the beginning. With this kind of techniques, you're also able to achieve realistic UGC style content like the following.
I spent way too long figuring out what to get Emily for her birthday. I wanted something really special for her, something no one else has. So I went for a custom gift. I started creating our avatars on a taco design because she likes tacos. Bruh. But then I remembered, she also loves our movie nights. So I took the same avatar of me and created a new one for Emily without the taco. But she also loves our dog. Well, picking just one design was really hard. They're all cute, but I finally made a choice. And look how happy she is. Our nugget also loved this design. I mean, this gift is 100% worth it just to see these genuine emotions.
Can you believe that the whole footage, including the characters, are fully generated with AI? In my opinion, it looks pretty realistic. And with each new AI model that gets released, we achieve better and better results. And as a bonus, I will show you how you can change the orientation of any character. For example, we took this image and changed the orientation like here. For that, you go to meta.com, to this exact URL here, that you also provide in the description box below. Then you upload your image here and wait a little. Then here on the left, you select the character or object you would like to change the orientation of, for example, like this. So once you've selected the correct character or object, you click Generate 3D. Then you simply change the orientation like you like. For example, let him look a little to the side and take then a screenshot of it. Then you go back to Higgs fields and click here Image and then Nano Banana Pro. Here you provide this input image and the screenshot of the 3D model and this simple prompt here and click Generate. And like you can see, the orientation changed of the character. But the problem is also the face. To fix that, we download this image and then we provide it here again in Higgs field with the image of the actual character, in this example me, and then you use this simple prompt to change the face. And like you can see, the character's face changed now perfectly. So we basically took this image and changed the orientation of the character from this to this. And if you want to learn more about AI and AI automation, make sure to join my school community. Here we have many AI systems that you can use to automate different kind of visuals. For example, creating 3D models or a UGC machine, or how to create SMRR videos on autopilot. Here you basically take these services and use no-code automation tools to automate the whole process or parts of the process. I hope you liked this video and see you in the next one.